and then return it.
Sorry, what were you saying? This is Archie Luxury. This is Paul Pluta. Paul Pluta channel, paid watch reviews. We're talking L.U.C. L.U.C. Tech Twist. And I'm going to share this with the we'll share this with the viewers. This is a paid review that's come through, and Clive has jumped in the bandwagon and said, hey, he wants to be involved in this. So this is the this is the L.U.C. by JEWELLERY with a black DLC coating.
I'm sorry, that's the S.U.K. by Suck Hard.
And the movement's finished in PVD, black PVD with yellow text. Look at that there. JEWELLERY's not a brand I talk about a lot, but let's take a look at this. This is, I mean, look, let's talk about this on an aesthetics point of view. This is a very finely decorated watch. What do you think? You can't say it's terrible just because it's not your style. Look at this. It's got a 22-karat gold rotor, like a micro rotor, like a similar to my Patek 240, similar to the Patek 240 movement that's in my world time. Look at that, the micro rotor.
22 karat. That's black. I mean, we have black gold in Texas and Oklahoma, but it's oil.
No, but this is PVD'd, I think. It's PVD'd, see?
So they took a piece of gold and PVD'd it?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like being awarded, given a gold medal and getting it bronzed.
Yeah, but look at this. This is, I got to say, honestly, looking at this piece, this is how it was presented with a fountain pen and cufflinks. I don't think it sucks. Do you think it sucks, or what? You tell me what you, Clive.
I think the back looks better than the front. I will hand it that. Too busy. It looks like a toy.
Ooh, that's mean. That is really, really mean. It looks like a toy.
Yeah, it looks like something you'd get if you bought pot meal. Rejects.
Oh, I see.
It looks plastic. It looks cheap, tawdry, nasty plastic. It looks,
yeah. That's kind of savage, Clive. I got to be honest with you there. It's let's look at this. Let's look at the details of this here. The movement. It's black PVD finish. It's got a micro rotor. As I said, 22 karat. The weight, there's the little wheel you see going around there. This is yeah, it's out there, Clive. What do you think?
I might have to go to a hypnotherapist to get that image out of my mind. It just looks plastic.
Okay.
It looks plastic.
Okay. I understand. It looks, but I mean, you've got to look at it as an aesthetics point of view. This is JEWELLERY does do some amazing jewelry.
This isn't one of them.
I think you're being very hard there on it, Clive. I got to be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed that your conservatism is coming through here. Weren't you a Democrat at one stage in your life?
Conservatism has nothing to do with it. That's just taste in general. Kind of like John Wesley Hardin. I never fisted a watch that didn't need fisting. And that watch needs fisting.
Let me explain a few things, okay? For starters, this is a JEWELLERY, the L.U.C. That's kind of, in terms of, L.U.C. is like AMG is to Mercedes. This is high-level JEWELLERY, okay? It's an exclusive, sort of a small exclusive club within JEWELLERY, okay? Now, this is a original manufacturer movement. It's not using an ETA or anything dodgy like that. It's pretty amazing. This is an amazing watch. Do you understand that?
Tricor Leone said, honestly, I might wear it if it were free. And we are not in agreement. I would give that to my kid. And if my kid refused it, I would be proud of him.
These are not a cheap watch. You do understand that, don't you?
They're just a cheap-looking watch.
But, Clive, I think you're being very critical there. Like, have you seen the... Can I share something with you? I want to share something with you, okay? I'm going to share the screen. You've got to look at that watch there when you compare it to, say, something like a... You're a Jaeger-LeCoultre fan. Look at this. This is the Master.
I don't have a Perverso like you do.
Okay, this is a Master Compressor Extreme Lab 2. What do you think of that?
Master Compressor, isn't that the preferred watch of BMTs?
BMT. What's a BMT?
EMT. EMT.
What's an EMT?
Emergency Medical Technician.
Oh, okay.
You know,
no, not at $50,000. This is $50,000. What do you honestly think of this watch here? Seriously,
I don't even think Tim from What You Want could recommend that one with a straight face.
No, but seriously, it's the genre. This is the genre. That Chopard is in the same genre like this. Do you understand? It's not a
ugly
dress. Sorry,
it's not ugly watches. It's not a dress watch. You're right. It's also not an attractive watch. It's ugly. It's just ugly. Fugly.
Clive, we're looking at
Hugly. It ain't got no alibi. It's fugly. Hey, it's fugly.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. You've got to be a bit more open. You understand this? You've got to be. I mean,
I wouldn't spend $500 on that watch.
You got to look at this from a horological point of view. This is a finely finished piece.
Horological, is that like some sort of new neurological disorder I haven't heard about?
I'm just saying, you know, it's got to be. You got to look at this as a thing of beauty. Okay, you can't look at this and say, "Oh, this is a extreme." It's just, you got to understand. This is.
It's an extreme statement. Kind of like John Merrick, but I would not describe John Merrick.
LUC, let me explain this. LUC stands for Louis Ulysses Chopard. And this is the epitome of highest of Swiss standard in watchmaking. And they're entirely manufactured by Chopard. These are ultra exclusive in the Chopard lineup. Does that make sense? They're ultra exclusive. These are not. These are not.
I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, but no, it does not make sense.
But aren't you glad things like this exist in the world? That's what I'm saying to you. The world would be pretty boring if we all had just a Calatrava.
It'd be a lot more beautiful.
Do you understand? Like these are.
So basically, we should have something to segregate, to identify, so people can identify themselves as a rich moron. Well, that's always a good point.
Yeah,
rich, tasteless moron. Rich, tasteless moron.
Yeah, I understand.
I can see rappers, even rappers, I don't think would pass on that one.
Okay. If you don't like this one, can I show you one that I think you might like? I've just had a look through the archives. I want to make this one less. I want to show you one that's less obnoxious.
It is. Okay.
Okay. This is less. This is the same lines. What do you think of this one?
Not wild about it, but it doesn't make my eyes bleed.
Okay, so this here.
The back end. like the other one, the back of the watch looks better than the front.
Okay, so this is what they call a LUC twist. It's called a twist. So it's got that exposed movement, right? It's very modern, very chic, right? Just I mean, just take a look at this, Clive. Look at that. How could you not love that movement there? Look at the movement there.
I have no problems with the movement. That's a perfectly fine look. Well, wait a minute. Adjust to heat cold. Isochronism and 5 positive. 29 joules. L.U.Chopard. Okay. Bracelet looks nice.
Now, seriously, Clive, look at this. Look at the dial. How could you not look at that? What's wrong with that? Now, I admit, the Tech Twist, the version I showed you in the black, the PVD, and that could be a little bit extreme. But come on, this is just a LUC twist in white gold. Isn't that beautiful? Look how it displays the date. Look how it. Come on, that you must. Do you think that's cool or no? No, tell me honestly. Is this one?
It's much less hideous. Yes.
Okay. I still don't think that you really like it, do you?
Well, you said it's a twist.
Isn't that beautiful? Look, just look at that dial, how it looks there. It's got even the crown is not in the traditional spot. It's at the 4 o'clock.
It looks like it's really, at a distance, it looks like it's really going to be attractive. And then until you get up close and you realize it's nothing like what you thought it was going to be. It's the ladyboy of watches.
But you understand what I mean. This is a very, very... Don't you think the finishing is amazing on this piece?
Individually, yeah. But way too busy, way too gaudy, way too, yeah. No. As a whole, no.
Okay, so when we jump back to this one here, okay, so it's blackened. Do you understand? It's got the yellow. This is a very out there. It's a black DLC coating, okay?
As long as it stays out there, that's fine. I'd rather keep it at a distance.
But I'm saying, okay, we saw the white gold one. That was a little bit more conservative. You didn't mind that. Whereas this one is just pushing it to an extreme. You see what I mean? This is... You must admit, you may not like it, but it's beautifully done. Would you give me that or no? You just be honest. Just be honest. I'm not trying to lead you.
I'm not. I mean, the aesthetics. The aesthetics are just so god awful, horrendous. I mean,
yeah.
It's like you. Okay, you could like carve a perfect example, a replica, out of the Venus de Milo, out of like, I don't know, dog feces. And you can say, look at the carving. Isn't that remarkable? Isn't that amazing? It's just like, well, I guess, but it's still a turd. That watch is a turd. Okay. It's all black, so it represents at a distance, clearly and definitively, it's a turd.
I'm just dumbfounded that you would say this. Okay. I'm not trying to force you anyway. I just want to ask you what you thought of it, and I think you should what price range?
I think you should trade your world time for one.
Okay. JEWELLERY actually has a slightly more conservative steel one for sale. You know how much?
How much?
About just under the $10,000 mark. Okay, $10,000 mark. Does that?
Okay.
Is that interesting you? Look, here we go. Here's a 10. This is an LUC Tech Twist. So the black one was a Tech Twist, right? It was a limited edition Tech Twist. But this is a Tech Twist. This is
it's more like a sack twist. That's how I feel like. I feel like someone's twisting my sack when I look at that.
Okay. Now they've also got a white gold one. The white gold one is actually 12,000. That's quite reasonable. What do you think?
Imagine how much it would sell for if it was actually attractive.
You hate it. Is that what you're saying to me?
I despise it.
Ooh, despise. Gee, that's coming from a divorce lawyer. That's a pretty powerful word you're using there.
Well, hate doesn't really do it justice. I mean, I hate the Nazis.
Yes.
Yeah. But I despise that watch.
I see. I see. Okay. I don't think we're going to make any more ground on that one there, Clive. Thank you for your honesty. I do appreciate your honesty. I just wanted to see what you thought of it, and obviously, yeah, I understand there. If no problems at all, Clive. I want honest feedback. So it's been great chatting to you. Let's call it a night, Clive. Thank you so much for your throughput. And
thanks for having me on.
Yep, no worries.
Even though you exposed me to those two, I don't want to say abortions because that does a disservice to abortions.
Thank you.